Around the world, consumers are becoming much more choosy about the food they eat. Many want convenience food to cut down on time spent in the kitchen during the busy working week. More meals are being brought away from the home, in takeaways and in restaurants. New and exciting dishes are tempting. So too is good traditional food, with a minimum of additives. Above all, consumers want value for money, and they often don't mind paying for quality. No food has done more to provide value and quality than chicken. Providing value and quality presents a great challenge to the poultry breeder, who is, after all, at the very start of the food chain. They have to be closely in touch with market requirements.
Well, we've got to work with our customers, and so we spend a lot of, or put a lot of emphasis in going out to see our customers, talking with them, working with them, and above all, we try and listen and react to what they're telling us, because that's the only way we're going to know what the customer is requiring for the future. Of course, the consumer can't be ignored, but really the market is as an integration right the way through the production chain, yes, through to the retailer and also to the consumer.
The supermarket can plan for the year ahead, but for the poultry breeder, the sights are set on the next 5 or even 10 years. Selections at the pedigree level today are reflected in the commercial product, which will be retailed in 4 or 5 years' time. Selection must take account of trends, not in one market, but worldwide. Don Tyson is chairman of the world's largest broiler producer.
Well, we see more and more meat and less bones in all products. In the United States today, 18% of the total production is value enhanced. We see that doubling in 5 years. In Japan today, they debone and make more value enhanced products than the United States does. And we see the other countries of the world following these trends.
More meat for the processor is one of the factors that have given the Cobb-500 a world lead, combined with competitive breeder performance and fast, efficient growth at the farm level. It's this balance of qualities that's been and remains the keystone of the breeding program. Consistent genetic material for each customer, backed by total customer service from breeder farm to supermarket. Cobb have been working with the same pedigree lines since the breed was launched in the UK in the 1970s. Its success there led to increasing demand worldwide, with the Cobb-500 introduced to the United States in 1983. It was in the USA where the Cobb family began the original breeding program in 1916. They continued to own the business until its purchase in 1974 by the international pharmaceutical group Upjohn. It was through Tyson Foods that the Cobb-500 was introduced to the American market, which led in 1986 to Tyson and Upjohn setting up the jointly owned company Cobb-Vantress Inc. Then in 1994, Tyson Foods acquired the remaining 50% of the business. Today, there are parallel Cobb-500 breeding programs in the UK and USA, a unique benefit which adds competitive drive, retains product security, and increases genetic variability within the pure lines to help selection for future progress. More recently, well over £10 million has been invested in new research and production facilities in both the UK and USA to enable sales to expand without detriment to existing customers. The policy is to target companies and markets which can best take advantage of the Cobb-500's potential. Originally, the breed was selected for 9 basic traits. With the sophisticated market demands of today, there are now well over 30 selection criteria. The latest measuring and testing procedures are used to identify the genotype more accurately. and so improve the genetic return from generation to generation. Janie Barnard is Cobb's Director of Research and Development. Much of her time is spent in the field.
The human element is very important within our programme. The training of the people, the loyalty of the people, the understanding that they have, and the dedicated way in which they work with the bird makes the breeding programme. The information they collect goes into the computer, and the computer assimilates the information and presents it so we can make a final decision, and that again is done by people. People is a very important part of the breeding programme.
Success means continually meeting the demands of hatcheries, farms, processors, retailers and consumers. And with it comes overall profitability. Feed efficiency, total meat yield and product uniformity are important ingredients as well to both Cobb and their customers. But so too is the need for a strong, healthy bird, which thrives in different environments around the world. Feed efficiency is positively correlated with lean meat, but it isn't just a question of going all out for efficiency. Cooking and eating qualities have to be considered too. With yield, it's important to strike a balance between white and dark meat. Total meat yield is a crucial factor, with the emphasis on more breast weight, although dark meat is important too, in countries like Japan. Product uniformity has long been the Cobb 500 hallmark. The breed's uniformity is more than skin deep. Assessed in a special three-dimensional way so that broilers achieve a consistent bone structure and body condition at a given age.
289.
This enables the processor to take full advantage of automation and achieve precise portion control. At the hub of the research and development is Concord Farm. Continuing investment there in pedigree housing and associated facilities like this enlarged environment-controlled egg store keeps up the momentum of genetic progress. Pedigree chicks are hatched every week of the year with the fast-track breeding program. There are separate dedicated hatcheries for pedigree stock, grandparents and parents. Many new farms have been constructed using the latest approaches in housing, environment control, egg treatment and storage, hygiene and security. Eggs are delivered to the parent stock hatchery in Cobb's special fleet of collection vehicles. Production at this hatchery has been considerably expanded since it opened in 1986. Now devoted to hatching parents, it's equipped with automated chick handling and operated to the most stringent hygiene and quality standards.
We take a meconium sample from all of the chicks. This is necessary for the sexer in order to identify the sex of the chicken. He therefore squirts each chick into the small yellow box beside him before examining the chick. This system means that we, in turn, have a sample of meconium from 100% of the chicks passing through the hatchery on any day from each of the source flocks.
Maintaining the highest standards of hygiene runs right through the company's operation. And this ultra-modern wash facility ensures that their vehicle fleet and that of their contractors is kept in spotless condition. Where chicks can be safely delivered door to door within 24 hours, the policy is increasingly to use road transport. Day-old chicks are delivered regularly throughout the European community. For customers further afield, chicks are taken the short journey to the major London airports to travel on scheduled flights to such destinations as Istanbul, Tokyo and Johannesburg. Grandparent programs have been established across Europe, Asia and Africa, and now into Australasia. Subsidiary companies such as Cobb Denmark and distributors such as Elite Breeders in the Netherlands are making an increasing contribution to meeting world demand. Cobb attaches great importance to its home market in the UK, where the breed has long enjoyed a leading reputation and is used by every breeder customer. But with the growth in worldwide sales, Exports now account for more than 80% of the Cobb chicks hatched in the UK. 3 times in 6 years, the company gained the Queen's Award for Export Achievement, an almost unprecedented success. Worldwide, customers know they can rely on the breed for quality.
At Cobb, we regard the total quality management systems as part of an ongoing process of continuous improvement. It extends through all aspects of the company's business and includes all personnel and facilities. Of course, in addition to this, we have very specific quality control procedures, and these are aimed right through the business once again, from the feed mill, which is of course our major input to the business, to the breeding farms, collection of the eggs, the hatchery and all its processes, and final delivery of a quality product to the customer. At various stages throughout these processes, we are monitoring the standards of quality and health to ensure that the chicks which we deliver to our customer are in peak condition.
One of the key aspects of quality control is with the feed, which is tested to ensure it conforms to the highest safety as well as nutritional standards before being released from bonded storage for delivery to the farm. Technical service is a priority, with a much wider brief today.
We are breeding a total chicken system, and our support therefore has to extend through the breeder, broiler and processing aspects of the business. It is in fact a total package of advice and support that we give. We don't pretend that we know all of the answers, but we have access to a team of people, both within Cobb and through our consultants, who can give specific advice on most problems. What we aim to do is to share our experiences across companies and countries and continents with all of our customers. The company's aim is to help our customers to take full advantage of the Cobb 500's genetic potential. This requires that we collect large amounts of data on performance at breeder, broiler and processing level. This data is used to determine a benchmark for the overall Cobb 500 performance. On the basis of this, we can then aim to identify where and how improvements can be made in the technical advice that we give.
That advice is available in most languages, and around the world, customers are able to meet with Cobb at the major poultry exhibitions. The company takes seriously its commitment to its customers and to the whole food industry.
You know, we're part of the food chain, and they have got to provide their customer, the consumer, with a wholesome product that is value for money, and that they cannot do that without the right product from the breeding company.